turn to ban.
Dark Seer.
Phoenix's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Faceless Void.
Witch Doctor.
Fnatic's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Invoker.
Fnatic's turn to ban.
Oh!
Phoenix's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Fnatic's turn to ban.
Now, or
Turn
they
to
were
ban.
tied for second place, but with Fnatic now one game up, they
Fnatic's
will.
turn to
They
pick.
are Fnatic is obviously one game ahead. So if they win this game, they're looking pretty solid to be able to make it through to the playoffs. Both teams after this series will have a series as well, another series, so they still have a chance. But I have to point out that FB Phoenix still has to face Mineski, which is a very difficult game, probably the most difficult opponent in Group
10
B.
seconds remaining.
And Fnatic still has to face Execration, which is arguably the more
5
easier
seconds
opponent of the 4 other teams they have in the bracket. So
Reserve time.
a bit of a difference there makes it all the more important for MVP Phoenix to not let this end in an 0-2. They need to tie this up. They go for the Death Prophet, a bit more push from their side, bit more fighting potential, a bit more of a potential threat, if you will, in terms of Fnatic. If they just make an advance, at least then they will be able to just basically press up and try to fight them head on. Then we're going into the bonus time for Fnatic. I'm curious to see what they're going for. I mean, they have the Ohio hero, they have mid one hero. Mid one by
Shadow Shaman.
a
Phoenix's
fairly new
turn
player,
to
if I
pick.
recall correctly. I personally am not too familiar with him. But I like seeing him playing well Invoker, so we're happy that we're going to see that again. Shadow Shaman once again picked up 14 Fnatic, more pushing power, and most importantly, more control. Now, if that Shadow Shaman gets himself a Blink Dagger, jumps himself forward to the Death Prophet before he gets the Exorcism off,
10
that will be a
seconds
pretty
remaining.
important way of dealing with the Death
Enchantress.
Prophet. Ooh.
Fnatic's turn to pick.
I like that. It might be slightly greedy. But hey, I mean, the aggressive tri-lane didn't work, so they have to try something else. And they don't want to go for conventional lanes, they want to get a... It seemed like previous game and this game combined, it seems like they just want to get ahead during the laning stage somewhere. So last game they
10
wanted to try and get
seconds
ahead in
remaining.
aggressive trial lane, which obviously didn't work. But this time they want to get ahead by having
5
basically a
seconds
fourth
remaining.
farmer. Or a fourth hero that gets farm elsewhere
Reserve
apart
time.
from on the lanes.
Push.
Ugh.
Phoenix's turn to ban.
Guys, remember previous game where I kind of giggled at the fact that MVP Phoenix banned out the Pudge?
10 seconds. remaining.
Yeah. So maybe they should have done that again. We're gonna find out if they made a mistake by letting
Fnatic's
him
turn to
get
ban.
through. Mushi's Kling's removed at least. He was very annoying in the previous game. We'll see what he goes for next. Or maybe, yeah, I'm gonna assume that the Pudge is a support Pudge, roaming Pudge rather.
10 seconds remaining.
The Ember
Phoenix's
last ban
turn
once
to
again
pick.
coming out from Fnatic. Let's take a look at what we have. Last time it was an OD coming out for
Juggernaut.
MP, but it will be the Juggernaut instead. I like that a lot
Fnatic's
better.
turn to pick.
Adding potential's there. It's a hero that doesn't necessarily need a lot of farm. If he does, obviously it's good, but at least if he gets levels, he's still going to be useful. Disregarding the fact if he has a lot of farm or not. Fnatic, one more hero left to go. Looking for what most likely is going to be the Mushi hero. We want to try to get a core in there that
10
can potentially
seconds
outfarm
remaining.
them all. I wouldn't say no to a Spectre, to be honest.
5 seconds remaining.
But they might think that's too passive. They might want to get more.
Reserve time.
A more farming, a more fighting heavy core. Can be played as a fighting core, but let's see what else we have. What else do we have? 18 seconds left in their bonus time.
10 seconds remaining.
Necrophos.
It's a Necrophos. I was not expecting that, but I'm not sure. I'm happy to see the Necrophos, don't get me wrong, because it's a hero that I don't normally get to cast. Let's be real, I don't normally get to cast anyways. But if this goes late game, yeah, Necrophos can put someone out of play. But who's gonna do their damage if it goes late game is the question. They're gonna be difficult to kill. But the damage coming out from Juggernaut, Faceless Void, and Death Prophet should be able to outweigh that. It'll be interesting to see if it does go late game.
10
Because I don't
seconds
think
remaining.
that Fnatic wants to make it go late game. And they might just try to fight super hard early on. So let's take a look at what we have here. We have got MVP Phoenix
for
going
battle.
on the dire side. By the way, guys, yes, you are correct. I do have a bit of a cold, which I'm still trying to recover from. But I figured I could cast anyway. Hopefully that helps me get rid of the cold, perhaps, maybe. Duo playing Death Prophet. It will be Forev on the Faceless Void once more. We've got Dubu again on that Witch Doctor and Tetris for Peppy this time. Let's see if he has more luck with this hero. And last but not least, it is MP on the Juggernaut. They're all standing here on the high ground. And actually, Fnatic just wants to walk up the high ground. There's Boots here on DJ. Chrissy playing the part, just taking a lot of damage there. Has to be careful there. Jackal up on QO. Mushi just walking forward. He's playing that Necrophos. They want to try to go for QO. This should be a kill. This should be first blood. Or is it? He eats a fairy fire, but it doesn't matter. Death Ball still reaches him. In the meantime, Pudge still ends up going down. But it was only after Mushi got that first blood. Dubu. 2 hits away from death, but we'll be able to juke it out. Mid one will play that Invoker again, and Nets will play Shadow Shaman again. That will leave Darkseer for Ohio, but it's a 1-for-1. Slightly favor for Fnatic, unless They continue fighting here. What's happening, guys? They still want to go for that rune. Cask helping out there, making that rune go the way. Oh, MVP! Get the kill on Mushi and get the rune. Yeah, there you go, get the rune. In the meantime, top rune goes the way of Death Prophet because nobody was there. But very well played there from MVP and too greedy from Fnatic. Slightly underestimating with all the damage that MVP still had, or rather the mana that MVP still had. Invoker. Bit of an issue here.
Denied.
But yeah, we got ourselves this mid matchup. Invoker, Death Prophet. In the meantime, Farad will play proper offlane Void this time. Against the dual lane of the Shadow Shaman and the Necrophos. He has to be careful, but as I mentioned earlier, in terms of burst damage, that's a decent one to get away from, and that's what Death Pulse is. So the gradual damage might be a bit more tricky. Ah, okay, so I was wrong. ADTR is the manager of Fnatic, and mid one is their mid. So that's my bad there. That's good to know too. Ooh, Shackle. That's gotta be careful though, because one bash could kill him off. One for a few hits could kill him off. Forever might still go down here to DJ, but he got the kill already, so I think he's gonna be quite happy with that one.
Even mountains to
In the meantime, one has to be careful for Kyo because Kyo is pressuring this tower hard and still has a lot of mana. It has level 2 crypt form, and the slow coming out from the Siphon is getting a kill right there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The mid one may be sticking around a little bit too long. In the meantime, on the top lane, let's see if MVP is also getting ahead on this one. Ohio having Iron Shell level 1 and the Surge.
Tonight.
Completely out of mana. Has got a mango. And you start punching Witch Doctor. Sorry. It's good to know information on the players, as we have a smoke up coming up from Febby. See if Min 1 is going to be aware of this, and if he's going to be able to get away. He has got back up there. Darkseer is close by. They're aware that Darkseer is missing from the top lane, and Febby. Think he just made himself visible? No. Drawn comes out though from the Darkseer, so they oh yeah, there we go. There is of course a ward here. What am I saying? And now you will wait for the Darkseer to show up, but even he is there, not there. So just gonna waste some time there with Enchantress. The MVP Phoenix already off to a good start here in game 2, and they needed that for Ev. Hiding by the trees, I think he's not Fnatic fool. Yeah. Oh, she's sitting 20 last hits, but against the Juggernaut sitting on 23. You can compare those against each other, both of the safe lane farmers. Then we have in the mid lane, we have Invoker. Having a real rough time here. Invoker, Death Prophet. It shouldn't be as one-sided as this seems, by the way. I feel like Invoker should be able to get something out of the lane. At the same time, Duo's Death Prophet is very scary, and with the Life Siphon, Spirit Siphon rather, I actually am not 100% sure who should, in theory, win the matchup. We do have DJ coming out, looking for a hook. And he misses.
Demised.
Knows that he's there, so Kyo is not going to get surprised from that anymore. We'll be mindful of his positioning, even more so. Red, gotta be careful there. Net's got 2 disables ready for him. Meantime, Ohio, happy that the creep wave is making it to his tower. He's able to get some more experience there. He's level 4 right now. Comparing him to the Faces Void, who's also level 4, but slightly ahead is Forev, as he is closer to level 5. Hello, what you doing? Oh, he doesn't see him. He is invisible. Exorcism used for that. And he gets the salve back. He might be able to do some damage to the tower here too, because the exorcism is still going on, and there's only a small creep wave here. Yep. A lot of damage being done to the tower there. Nobody there to defend it. There is a fortification. There's no fortification anymore, actually. It should be a tower. Yep. Well done. Aww. The spirits just ended too soon for it to get the last hit there. Unfortunately, MVP. Femi. Okay. Decided to farm in the enemy jungle right now. Trying to make Invoker's life a living hell. Even more so. Invoker is already having a very tough time. Oh, talking about someone having a tough time. Chrissy might have a tough time because there's 4 heroes closing in on him. He does get a surge from his teammate though, and that should be enough, but his teammate himself, Ohio, getting the Omni Slash that MP was kind of probably hoping to use on that Pudge instead, or rather, well, it's the better target is the Darkseer, but I don't think he knew that he was there actually. He has a ward. Yeah, oh, Invoker, please. Has he got an invis? Yes, he does. And no detection coming out yet from MVP, but that's gonna be very scary. Fnatic, if you compare this game to the previous game, guys, this is a whole different MVP Phoenix. They've got a lineup that they know how it works. They can get things done, they can get kills, they can get towers, they can be active, they can roam. Their lanes worked out the way they wanted them to. It's just insanely different, as Febby will end up going down for 45 seconds for him. Trying to run, there is still a hook ready for him as well. He does not have a jump away. It is on cooldown, a time walk for another 3 seconds. And I think he will end up... Oh no, he won't time lapse. And let's see, 8 seconds for the hook. In the meantime, in comes the Death Prophet as well as the Witch Doctor. Shadow Shaman dead. Is there a cask? No, there's not, so they can't kill him. But they saved Forev, and that's nice. I think that's really good. Almost level 6. See if we can make something happen with that. MP, no Omni Slash available yet, but is able to force Ohio out of the lane. He's gonna be really happy with that. He's basically got a free lane if he can force Ohio away.
Is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is
Oh,
under attack.
I'm wiggling on my chair. Maybe my chair is making squeaky sounds. I'm sorry. I will not wiggle on my chair. Oh, I will try not to. Ooh, camera, please. Okay. Less wiggling.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I hope. Another tower going down here outside on Fnatic.
Radiant's
In
bottom
favor
tower
for
has
MVP,
fallen.
and basically
Dire's top tower
this
under
is the kind of game they should be playing. Death Prophet with the Exorcism. In 2 minutes they'll be showing up top lane and probably take out the tier 1 there. Because they can. Because they should. More so. Witch Doctor getting some levels here as well. And this Witch Doctor farming here,
Dire's
pushing
top
here,
tower is under
kind of shows
attack.
the state of the game. We're 8 minutes into the game, and Witch Doctor was fairly exposed on that bottom lane. That just shows how comfortable MVP Phoenix is in this game and in their position, that they are actually ahead. And they are. They're gonna go for the Shadow Shaman right now. Siphon is there and the cask, and that's the Shadow Shaman gone. Red with MP might be able to make something happen here. This Witch Doctor will need a Fairy Fire and back himself up. CP cancelled on the Pudge. Oh, he's looking for the Chrono. He wants to still get it. He still has it. If that Invoker would have chased too far, they could have still gone for that. There's still a lot of people backing up. MVP, actually the whole team of MVP Phoenix is here. Fnatic decides to trade towers, so they get the tier 1 on the top lane. Fortify comes out from Fnatic, but the tower will still end up dropping. Tornado might be allowed to get the 9. No, that Prophet gets the last hit. And it was Forev that teleported to the tier 1 middle, who's still standing, but he wanted to defend that and farm the creeps that came to him. The
Dire's top
Necrophos.
tower is under attack.
I'm not too sure about the Necrophos.
Gotcha.
It's a tricky hero to make work.
Dire's middle tower is under
And if you want to
attack.
make a Necrophos work, you gotta work around him. You gotta be giving him a lot of farm. Perhaps get some stacks up for him as well. And then you've got this window. This window where you should go when he has his first big item. Either his mechanism, depending on what he goes for, right? So he's not going for a mechanism. But if you like, his first big item should be an item that you can go with, you can push with, can use. And then you can push obviously with just all your heroes there. You can place the wards to take down the tower from the Shadow Shaman. You can have the Darkseer there, hopefully at that point level 11. Though he's not really farming that fast or getting levels that fast. Mechanism is being built by him, so maybe they're waiting just for his mechanism instead. Hello? Oh. And there goes the Death Ward. Can he go invisible in time? No. No. He didn't even get things. No, he dies.
Dire's top tower.
I said 2 minutes from now they will use the Exorcism to take out the top tier 1. They'll use it to take Roche instead, which is very good as well. And there comes the run of Athos. So I feel like this should be go time for Fnatic team here.
Dire's top tower is under
Whoa.
attack. Has fallen to the dire.
Whoa, camera, please. Can they actually fight? I think they can. I think Fnatic should try. Because they can't let themselves get run over. They gotta get something, because they, like in terms of late game, they don't necessarily have late game. They don't really have any insurance policy in terms of heroes. Like if they would have gone for a Spectre last pick, then yeah, they would have had a certain insurance policy. But without that, they kind of have to take engagements, especially once the Exorcism is down, which they should be aware, because if you do take Roshan this early with MVP Phoenix, you know that Exorcism is gonna get used to that. For that. So you know that you can go the hook. Eddie gets hooked, gets killed. Yeah, should die with that tornado indeed. There is no Chronosphere. In comes the Siphon. Invoker in some trouble once again. No silence yet backed by QO, but I don't think it matters. Another Siphon there. The cooldown is of course absolutely nothing. And even though they get a nice hook and a nice kill on the Enchantress, they just lose their other two heroes. And I think Mushi, it is time to join your team and save them from this onslaught called Death Prophet. Because he is just getting slightly crazy right now.
Is under attack.
Are they trying to go for the tier 2 tower? I mean, the Exorcism is up again. They could try. Oh, Necrophos, please. Run home faster. The cask interrupts it. There's no way out for Mushi. Dominating Witch Doctor. I think Witch Doctor is happy that his game is going a lot better than previous. He is 4-0-3, guys. I can't remember the score from him in the previous game, but it was not a pretty sight. Was not a pretty sight. And so far, MVP Phoenix are on the right track to make this a tie, which once again, they need in order to still have a chance to make it to the top 2 of the Shanghai Major Qualifiers Group B. They need to be in the top 2 to be able to make it to the playoffs. Another Exorcism used here for MVP. I feel like Fnatic might want to wait until that is over and then want to take the fight. Vision is not there. They have no vision. Fnatic has no vision over the positioning of Fnatic right now. Or rather, MVP has no vision. Oh, the hook to start things off. Can they take down QO? He gets healed up first by his spirits. And there is enough damage to take him down, but with the wards there as well. Febby locked in with the wards. Will not be able to make it out there. Shouldn't be able to make it out there, especially with the Chronosphere locking him in. MP going for net. Does he have enough heals? No, he does not. He'll end up going down, and if he gets himself into a safe position, looking for a way perhaps to go make it back in. Hook misses out. Cast doing a lot of work here, and P decides to back off, and so does Dubu as well as QO. That was of course the Aegis that was burned when they killed him first, and they will kill that Witch Doctor as well. Necrophos gets a dominating streak from that one. And that first fight that Fnatic decided, hey guys, let's fight this. Let's do something here. Let's push back. Let's make a stand. And they do it. And they make it happen and they get the kills and they save their tier 2, or rather they make sure that MVP doesn't push onward to the tier 2 tower. And I think that with that, MVP Phoenix will next time think twice about going for a fight like that without vision on the side, because
Dire's middle tower
you
is
cannot
under
get cut
attack.
out like that. Smoke up. Camera is trying to catch both Invoker and Pudge in the same screen, but was kind of failing there. But you can see that Fnatic realizes, hey, it's time to make things happen. Time to use that Rod of Aethos. Time to use the words of the Shadow Shaman. Time to use the mechanism. Smoke upon smoke, though. If they can make something happen. Enchantress finding the punch. First target, Jules up in the air, coming out from the Death Prophet. Can they take him down? The silence is there. This time he tries to TP out. There is a cast though, and Carissi misses a hook before he falls. The rest of his team though backed off in the time that it took to kill off that punch. So at least that smoke gank only goes as a result, or gets a result with the punch kill, but that's the only thing they get.
Illusion.
More comfort. Oh. Exorcism is back up. They want to use it. They want to either take a fight or tower, or preferably both. Rem, looking there for perhaps a Chronosphere. Tornado. Will pick up QO. Ooh, pick up for Rem. Gets shackled straight away. Next up, but it's not enough. Jumps away. DJ taking a lot of damage there in that Chronosphere. It is going to be the Witch Doctor that goes down to the Necrophos Reaper Scythe though, so that is at least a 1-for-1. Can they take down more? The Exorcism is still going on. Not really a nice one to chase into. Silence, up on net. They go for Mushi. The Siphon, he gets surged up though. He's very fast. Should be able to make it out. Omni Slash doesn't do enough damage. Maybe on net. The Hex is there. MP getting shackled as well. The damage is enough. The Tornado will pick him up and drop him down and kill him off in the process as they ward trap QO. No more Exorcism to save him. He goes down and it is just the Enchantress and the Void left alive. Enchantress is happily pushing bot lane. Sproing. And the Faceless Void was able to jump away. He uses Chrono in the fight. At this point you can't ask more from Forev.
Dire's middle
His
tower
damage
is under attack.
is nice. It's okay. Mostly when he gets a bash, obviously. And he has a Chronosphere. He can tank some damage with his Time Walk as well. That's basically all he does. The other thing he needs to do is stay alive in the fight because he has got that Vlad's, and I need that Vlad's aura for the... Well, I need that Vlad's aura. So he needs to basically stay alive, get his spells out, and other than that, that's basically it. So, he did his job. It's only later on that he'll start transitioning into a carry more, that he will get some damage items perhaps as well. For now, it's a utility void, guys. A utility void. But Fnatic, for the second time in a row, able to deflect the push for MVP Phoenix. A little bit less successful in terms of saving the tower this time, but definitely still scary enough for MVP Phoenix to be worried. Start to be worried. I start to be thinking about how they can secure that next Roshan, as that will be point of contest for Fnatic as well. They need to get that Aegis, or rather, they don't necessarily need to get that Aegis, but they at least need MVP Phoenix not to get that Aegis. 2 minutes. And no wards, by the way, for both teams. The Roche Pit is fairly dark. And both teams got fairly defensive wards. Another gold on Fred. Let's take a look at items, by the way. DJ got the ether lens. Ether lens. Oh, I really like this item. Dragon lance on the enchantress. And the rest of the items we kind of already saw. 4 step on invoker, used up on the death prophet. A minute before Roche, sorry, I had the vision still up for the dire side. A minute before Roshan. And you see the teams are already starting to be more on the right half of the map. They know that's where the Roshan needs to happen. Oh, QO with an Invis rune. In comes the cast straight away. And the Death Ward as well. The vacuum is dead, but the Chrono Spear picks up both of them. And that is 3 people dead. That should secure Roshan, as there's no TP out for Mushi either. Still gets to... Can't do that. Still gets to reprecise that, but he got him out on MP, who was still in the Battle Fury. Blade Fury, rather. And therefore not able to get it. That word will scout Roshan spawning in any second now. There he goes. The damage, or rather the surprise element of an Invis rune. That Invis rune was all that it took for MVP Phoenix to get the perfect teamfight going.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
There you go. Kinda on the...
Has fallen to the down.
Cause last time they had an Aegis, Fnatic still chose to fight them. Perhaps they're okay with doing this too. Last time though, the Aegis was on QO. Oh, hello. The hook misses, then P should be able to get out. Yeah, now they should run, because there's a hate train coming. Death Prophet teleported in, more people are on the run for that top lane. Juggernaut still, or rather QO still not backing up. Do they know that Punch is still there? Do they expect Punch still being there? Nah, they teleport out. He's looking for the user. He's so fast. Should be able to use up net right soon. They're going back in. The ward trap is there. Febby! Enchantress! We'll get ourselves out. Loses a lot of mana, but we'll live. That's the wards used. Oh, mid one, careful there. Vacuum is there. They still want to go for Febby. Not really the right target. The Prophet pops her ultimate. Wants to go for this. Goes for Mushi first. Has 2 charges up for life. Infant will get hooked though. Steals herself up. But the December is still there. In the meantime, Chronosphere, and it is death time for Fnatic. Oh my god, they actually went for this, and they should not have went for this. Mushi, silence up once more, will now go down. It is a full team wipe on the side of Fnatic, and they were the ones to start this fight. They didn't even get a single kill. They were 2 split up. 2 people going for the Death Prophet. 3 people going for the other half of the fight, which turned out not to be a fight at all. It turned out to be a slaughter because they got Chrono and killed. And if the exorcism is up, you can't really not focus. Yeah, you either don't fight or you focus on Death Prophet and she dies real fast. So you don't fight an exorcism. It is that simple. Probably a bit of miscommunication there from the side of Fnatic. As a tornado trying to find QO. Gets the Yules up on mid 1. Can they still catch her? No. Or can they? The Surge is there looking for the hook. Finding the hook. Yes! Dismembered there as well. But in comes Forev. Is he gonna be able to make it happen? QO is already dead, but Forev He's still in there. MP as well. He's still got that Aegis. The cast flying through as well. Rev taking a lot of damage. Will go down to the Necrophos. Reaper Seth is mid one. Comes back for some right clicks. That's an Aegis burned. And this is MVP. Finding what Fnatic feels like when they're actually all focusing on the same target.
I face my fate. Mark these.
Oh, back and forth.
They're the last you'll hear.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
An easy push with the wards.
Dire's middle tower
Fortification used as well. Exorcism is up again, so going high ground not really an option right now for Fnatic. This is the only target that they probably could have gotten off of that fight, perhaps. Maybe they could rotate for a tier 1 bottom, but nah, it's not worth the risk.
Are meant to be.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Blink dagger up on the Darkseer. So we get a gem purchased by Enchantress, trying to get that map control on their side. There's not a lot of words up for Fnatic though.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Huh. I mean, I'm mostly thinking about Mushi's item build. When he's going for an axe, he almost has it, but the casual plate mill kinda surprised me. I mean, he's had that for a little while. Whoa, hello. What are you doing here, buddies? Smoke subs? They won't find anybody, but they have the exorcism. There's a chance they go for Rax. This could be... Nah. Unless Fnatic make... Oh, yes! Ook misses. Tornado only picks up the Juggernaut.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
EMP also spared most of people. For Rev. Oh, that's a hook that hit, and that's duo down! Down for the count. Can they find more? Omni Slash? Not yet used. Oh, Chrono though up on 3. Net still out there. Get the wards out. Will go down in a few seconds. 2 for Rev. Shoot. But for Rev, no. He gets shackled and Net lives. Down he goes. Juggernaut was not there. He decides. Oh, the miscommunication, guys. Rev gets the Chronosphere off, but MP says, you know, guys, I'm out. We're gone. We're not fighting this. So the Gem of True Sight, which was purchased by Febby, is now in the hands of the Invoker. Oh wow, that was some big miscommunication, guys. Felt like that anyway.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. A bit of a weird decision making from MVP
Dire's
Phoenix.
bottom tower
Did
is
get half the
under
tower
attack.
though. Hello, Juggernaut. What you doing there, buddy? Ohio? Already from the side, the Hex is there. Net jumping forward. It comes to spin. There's still the Shackle. There's also a Force Staff, but I don't think he's gonna make it. Or maybe with the Shackle, yes. The Shackle is there. Here comes the Healing Ward. Cask is there as well. Bouncing between the two. Is there enough damage? The Healing Ward and the healing coming out from the Witch Doctor might be enough. Omni Slash on Mushi. Mushi's very tanky, but not tanky enough to withstand that. looking for DJ, looking for Chrissy. Can they find him? They see where the spirits go to, but they're not gonna be able to kill him off. They're gonna let him live, or at least they didn't notice. They are gonna try to use this exorcism though to go high ground. They do have this one range creep that will take off the backdoor protection, and with Mushi dead, this is a good chance to go for this. Fortification gets forced out. Exorcism is almost done, but still does quite a bit of damage to the tower. Here comes the Chronosphere, catches 2 on the edge. Ohio and mid 1. Down goes mid 1 already. Net being slowed out by the Siphon. Vacuum, nice vacuum. Mid slow wall. As Fabby gets dismembered, but the tower is already dead. Now the words from the Shadow Shaman comes out, and this is MVP Phoenix's cue to run. But the Shackle is there on QO. He can't go anywhere right now. Where's that hook? Lots of creeps in the way. Chrissy looking for it. First up and forward. Just standing there, and actually might not want to stand there anymore because he gets silenced up, and he has to run from Forev, from the Witch Doctor, and everybody has to run again. The Witch Doctor is already down, rather kills on the punch. Invoker dies as well. Mushi, he just came back. He has to be really careful. The Hex is there, up on QO still. Do they have enough damage? Yes, they do. Thank you. Finally, in also with the Reaper Scythe. That was very scary there. Pudge had to buy back for that one. And that was... Shadow Shaman had to buy back for that one as well. But that was almost going out too far. And actually lose... Like, they were able to force MVP Phoenix out of their base. And at that point, they should have said, you know, we did what we needed to do. We pushed them out of our base, we back off. We just recuperate, get our items back up, get our farm back up, and we just go again later. But then they end up having their Pudge killed off again. Or rather, having their Pudge killed off, having their Invoker killed off again. They just couldn't, they can't afford to do that. Now they ping out the mid lane to try and make something happen there, as the Death Prophet is dead for another 50 seconds, but they don't have the Shadow Shaman Ward, and their hook didn't latch. They don't have the damage to kill off Fabius for Ev. Gets dismembered, but again, where's that damage gonna come from? The damage is just not there. They can survive for a while. Well, Shadow Shaman kinda almost can't, as he will get picked off. But because they don't have any damage. Fnatic, they didn't really draft for damage. Omnislash is there, Mushi. Oh, wow. Should have stayed maybe closer to the creep wave. Mushi dies once more. He does have buyback though. His punch dies to the Faceless Void still as well. Nothing done here in the middle lane in favor of Fnatic. They lose 3. No advantage was gained, and Roshan up once again. This time also will carry a cheese in his pockets, ready to give to the first person who bests him in a fight, which will be MVP Phoenix. I am not sure. Both teams are seeming... Normally at this point I kind of know who's winning, you know? Normally at this point I kind of know who's having the upper hand. Now I know who's having the upper hand, definitely MVP Phoenix, but both teams are making mistakes. A bit more mistakes on Fnatic now compared to MVP Phoenix. And the downside is MVP Phoenix is allowed to make a few more mistakes than Fnatic because they are ahead, as pointed out. Take a look at the gold graph. You see it's very back and forth, very up and down. It's now 10k in favor of MVP, but as you can see also, it already was that at some point, and they lost it there again, so it can go both ways. Same thing goes for the experience graph. MVP Phoenix, let's see if they can hold on to their advantage, and but with this Aegis push once again, they do have the Aegis put up on the Juggernaut. Oh, I like this. Creep cutting. He might be in some trouble though. Oh, he's blinking on TP, he's okay. Because at this point, MVP Phoenix, yeah, they can still get killed off by Fnatic, but if they push the way they are doing so far, then at least they'll get some racks in return for their fight, regardless if they win or lose the fight. Sorry for my cold, guys. I can fix it soon. Need more tea. Need more tea. We set the drawing just now for MVP Phoenix, by the way. They drew to go on the top lane. There's no tier 3 tower standing there anymore. That means then bottom lane is getting pushed by the Necrophos. Necrophos is sitting on 2400 gold. But at this point, don't spend it. Buyback is going to be very important. Darkseer and Necrophos are the only two who have buyback. The other three all used it. Here we go. Exorcism is out. Ready or not, here we come. Mushi out way too far, and he's gonna need his buyback real soon if he's not careful. Will live, get hooked into safety. QO fuels up on Mushi. Mushi still in a lot of trouble, but might try to make something happen here against QO. Can't make it happen though. Buyback needed. Shadow Shaman does not have buyback. In the meantime, the Racks are on their siege. Forev is just playing objective gaming. His Chronosphere is already on cooldown. He does still have a Manta style if he wants to use it. They back off to go for the mid lane now instead. And Fnatic just has to wait for the perfect opportunity to see if they can bait MVP out into a fight. Dismembered, very long range, and Rev will be able to just jump away just like that. Exorcism is ended. QO has to be careful now. No Exorcism means a bit more vulnerable. Maybe it also means that he is a less priority target and therefore not attacked as much. Cask flying around between all four members of Fnatic that are left alive. Shadow Shaman's back up, doesn't have his ward though, has placed him on the top lane just now. And they got killed off. Glimmer Cape, mid one, a lot of trouble there. Will end up going down, but at least they get the Faceless Void. Reaper size with the Aghanim, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter one bit. MP coming in. This looks to be over. This looks to be GG. Indeed it is. Fnatic, they fall here. The MP Phoenix turns it into a tie, and that means that we have possible. Both these teams are now even. Both of these teams have got 3 games played. And if MVP Phoenix can tie against... Oh, they have to win, don't they? Yeah, we have now a 3-way tie actually. With Mineski, MVP Phoenix and Fnatic. And Mineski